Hello everyone and welcome back to Factorio streaming. This is Otaku Showboat and yeah, it's back to Pyanodons today. Today's music at the beginning of the stream was Expansion from the Factorio soundtrack. And my drink today is ice water because it's going to be quite hot. And don't know when we're going to get our AC unit inspected to actually get air conditioning going. Not like it actually has a strong enough flow of air to actually get into this particular room, which has always been a bit of an issue. But this particular space I'm in, this room, is in the lower section of the house. This is a 3-level, like split 3-level house, and this is the ground level. There's no raised foundation. This part of the house is flush with the level of the ground, and then down here is two, quote, bedrooms, which this is an office, laundry room, and big den. Then you go up a half level, which is the main entrance to the house with small porch. You've got the big parlor, living room, dining area, and kitchen. And then up to the top level, which is 2 more bedrooms, primary bathroom, and the master bedroom with its own bathroom. So 2 bathrooms at the top of the house, half bath in the laundry room, and nothing on the entrance level. So it's a little strange. But down here at the bottom level, it tends to stay cooler. And I have my computer just hidden away in the closet next to me, so not only does that cut down on noise, it cuts down on heat escaping from in there. So today is Pyanodons. I want to make note, as I immediately quit, go to mods to check updates. I don't need to update those. Do not need to update those. Last time I got Circuit 1s going, which was pretty nice. I am a little bit proud of getting all this done. This whole line of stuff done on Tuesday. Pyanodon, the maker of this mod set, actually popped into the stream yesterday when I was playing Angels. So if you look at the, I think it was day 11, Angels day 11 video, which will be going live this evening on YouTube. And it should currently, as of this stream, be up in my history on Twitch. So that was an interesting little chat that I had. But one thing I've noticed when watching Catherine of Sky and Avon play this mod set, they are going at it with a lot less, well, practically no quality of life mods. Good luck with that, I say to them. But Pyanodon has also been in their chat, and, yeah. Think that Pyanodon enjoys playing the role of sadist with this mod set, and, A, I can't blame for that, but, B, I don't quite think that sort of stuff works on me. Let's see, just gonna hold on to stuff. I don't know what I'm doing right now. I have a power issue, do I not? I had noticed last time that there was a little bit of an issue. I think I am running out of combustion mixture somewhere, and it's dying on me occasionally when everything runs. So this one's fine, actually. So it must be this one that runs out first, and this is the syngas conversion. Of course, right now it's not running out, but it does when everything is running. And if I'm going to be doing what I want to do today, I will need a lot more. So when you see how I'm all backed up on a whole bunch of these products, intermediaries, quote unquote, along the way, I'm just going to make, or do I have? Ugh, I need more bricks. I need sinkholes. Might make some tanks, too. Anyway, the point of today, I think, is going to be scaling, expanding. And the reason for that, primarily, is I have started a new personal playthrough of Pyanodons with the intent of playing just a bit faster and at higher, and by nature of having to go faster, it means playing with much bigger scales of things from the start, and I think that that style of play is closer to what this mod set is balanced around. So I've had complaints about the early game and like making these machines, like complaining about how the machines just are so expensive. Well, ultimately the solution to all of my issues is just build more. Just, like, more is the solution. And I should have been doing that from the start, just to speed that up. Yes, sure, I can have some individualized machines going about out here to get up to the circuits, and I can continue it to get green science, a non-zero amount of green science, but in the end, I'm going to have to scale anyway. And for green science, yes, I sort of know what I need for green science, so long as information is not out of date. I am not afraid of looking at the flowcharts that are posted on the forum for the Pyanodon's mod set on the Factorio forums. So, and when I do look at it, I do notice that there is out-of-date information on some of those flowcharts. But, yeah. Green science will be interesting because I'm pretty sure it requires... So it requires alien samples and laboratory instruments. It will require bone meal and Relesia seeds, so I will need Relesia plants. It will require some rich clay, which I have. I have plenty of ash, because I'm going to need a ground sample. So you see, the biological sample 1, which is needed for the alien sample 1 in this, will require Relesia seeds and bone meal. The ground sample 1 will require rich clay and soil, and then rich clay is made from ash and water. I think there's some other recipes for rich clay out of other things, but yeah, for now this will be, I think, one of the primary ones. And then the instrument will require equipment chassis, which which needs duralumin and tin. It's the optical set, which requires boron trioxide and glass. The boron trioxide is boric acid and coke. Boric acid is diborane and water. Diborane is borax and hydrogen. I'm currently making hydrogen, I'm pretty sure, out of this machine, getting the saltwater electrolysis, so the hydrogen is being produced. That's just fine. The issue I have is I'm not currently mining borax to get raw borax to get the borax for the diborane. So it's raw borax to diborane to boric acid to boron trioxide to optical sets into laboratory instruments. And then the other thing is rubber, and rubber is polystyrene, if I'm not mistaken, something like that. So is rubber even made in... listed in this set of things? Probably not. Rubber, it's under petroleum handling. Oh, polybutadiene on this recipe, okay. Carbon black and polybutadiene. So under here, rubber, carbon black, polybutadiene. Polybutadiene is aromatics, titanium, and water, so that's easy enough. I'm already making aromatics. Carbon black out of crude oil and hot air, or out of tar and hot air. I have tar and hot air and vacuum. I could make rubber out of this polybutadiene recipe. That's easy enough. So I think the only additional thing I need... I have to run titanium on the bus to do this too, but and like actually set up titanium, but the primary thing for the green science will be the borax. But as you can see here, I'm sort of covering up my starting area borax, and the closest borax, there's one up there. think that is the closest. There's two, and they're the furthest out yet. There's also this one and this one, so up here. But anyway, my point is, I should be thinking and considering scale in all of this. Also, apparently, Pyanodon said on the Catherine and Avon streaming that all closed power generation systems are broken in some way. And how I interpret that is it's impossible to net positive energy out of processes like... Do I have a powerhouse on me? I do. Out of processes such as converting the mushrooms or wood into coal gas, for example. I'm going to assume that that's probably a net negative power generation process, because theoretically you can convert mushrooms into coal, coal into coal gas into syngas, and burn that to get infinite power. But it is entirely possible that the whole process and actually producing enough mushrooms to produce enough coal to feed that system, and getting enough coal gas and syngas in this whole process, it's possible that it is a net negative in terms of energy production. Because if it's net positive, that's an infinite cycle, and it can scale to whatever infinite power you want. Now, as of the moment, what I think I'm going to do, because not all of my coal is from renewable resources, first thing is I'm going to swap sides. Oh, was that, like, off a tile? I don't know. Guess I need them going each way. This fully voids ash for now, but as you noticed in that whole process of getting up to green science, I will eventually need ash. And I think there is a spot I am currently killing ash. This is a gasifier. Let's make a gasifier. Another gasifier, I should say. Oof, this is... not ideal. This is not ideal in the slightest. Better. So that should at least allow this thing to run at max. Oh, right. I need that. And congratulations, I now have even more tar being produced. I may get backed up on that. We shall see. Am I voiding it anywhere? I don't know. Don't know. Don't care. Anyhoozle. One of the initial things I want to do here is get a few loaders and some chests. Oh, I can technically also start automating inserters now that I have circuit board 1s being automated. So that could be something I do. And I could do the fast inserters as well by bringing the duralumin over. I'm not doing that immediately. Oh, hello, tech. What I want to do is take these loaders and do something I should have done a long time ago. And that is set up buffer chests. And buffer chests, guess I'll do this over here, will allow me to just come over and grab whatever large amounts I need of a thing at a time. Now, no, the loaders are from their own mod, separate mod called Loader Redux. Just to add them into the game. I don't think Pyanodons itself has loaders. And I should probably do the same thing over here. Let's replace that. So that I can start stocking up on small parts. So I can just come over here and just go yoink, small parts. I've sort of been doing that with the duralumin so far, so that can stay the same. Same with the stuff up there. Oh boy, so that is that. Of course, the iron will not currently be doing that because the iron is being quite heavily used. Now, why is there so little iron comparatively going through? Is it just because of the machine speed, I suppose? Do I just need more machines? I probably just need more machines. More scale. Also, it appears as if I can extend these out a bit more and transition. Okay, so that should start consuming the processed iron ore more. You. Get your butt working. I am very low on power poles, apparently. Also, junk. Carrying around way too much. That can go in there for now. All these little intermediaries that I've picked up along the way can all get stored. Apparently, carrying around a whole bunch of glass. So, am I consuming my whole production? Nope. Doesn't look like it to me. I mean, am I? This is shrinking. So I am consuming all of the production. Yeah, this one's shrinking, and this one's shrinking. Which means that, yes, I am doing what I want to do. And what I want to do is use the most efficient process possible. But I should expand. More jaw crushers. They are in here somewhere? No, they are here. Jaw crushers. There. Didn't I just pick up engine units? Did I Shift-C them away? They run away from me? I guess they ran away from me. So let's grab engine units to make additional jaw crushers. Circuit board 1 and steel plate. That's the other thing to do, is I am going to need to find a place on the bus for these circuit boards and get them buffered. Oh, and I can also automate splitters now. So all the way down here, all of the way down here, as the FPS, for some reason, tanks a bit. Alright, now, what lane is available? Alright, I guess I'll do this third lane. Yeah, that's the lane I want. And this will force the thing to move. Thankfully, I am not particularly starved for belts. That is one very good thing. And that feels good to not be starved for belts. And I will put my buffer there. And of course I'll also oh, that's off. That is off by 1. Also, this thing needs to go. It needs to go so it can get shifted over at least the 1 space. And that will be the circuits in to automate these. Now, unfortunately, it seems that the coffee I drank this morning and this ice water is going right through me, so I will be back in like 2 minutes. Okay, that should be fine. Yes, no, maybe. Yeah, that's... We are back. Back from that short break. Now I can actually think straight without feeling pain. Now this is going to take a moment to travel. Now, while this is non-zero amounts of these circuits, oh god, the game really does not particularly enjoy the sets of mods that I am currently using, I suppose. At least not while streaming, anyway. So... And I suppose I should check... Yeah, it looks like my audio is fine. A few days ago, I had some issues with the sync, but I've gone through each stream and sort of reset things to make sure that I am not desynced. Or at least that it's not as bad as it was. Okay, that's good to see. You know, I've done very little. It's been 40 minutes. I've done practically nothing besides add these buffers. And steel technically has always been buffered, so that's fine. Here come the circuits. I'm actually going to grab some of them because I want one more jaw crusher. Of course, the reason why I want one more jaw crusher is to give me 4 of them to set up out here. So we'll just do a copy paste on this. I can't draw a straight line in this game. Ooh. I am... Well, for one, I don't think I need 2 of these when I... Oh god. Oh god. Okay. I hate when that thing goes off, and it's been going off lately a bit too much. Give the thing some lights. And that should be double the amount that I am producing. Why are you damaged? How did you get damaged? How is that even possible? I do not know. I don't think I want to know. Do I even have, like, repair packs? I guess not. I could probably search repair pack. There we go. A whole repair pack, because they need circuits. And I'm not carrying around. Yeah, how did that get damaged? Alright, you're done. That's gonna be something I want to do, is make a bunch of drills. And make a bunch of these guys, crystal mines. So 4 crystal mines produce 8 quartz per second. These guys, I've got 8 of these running. So it consumes up to 6.4. Wait, what? 8 per second. 6.4 per second. Something about this isn't right. There's something wrong here, because I'm clearly consuming all that I'm producing of the quartz. I mean, that's quite clear. Well, regardless. Regardless, I should now start backing up more. Or I should be backing up. Yes, I am backing up. And all of these actually could probably just switch over at this point. And I had intended to just do a full swap, like reroute. Just a full reroute. And this will mean I can remove all those long-handed inserters. I don't really need two feeding these either. I don't even need a fast feeding these. One is just fine. Alright, they should all be moving. And ideally, they shouldn't be backing up either. Now, I should also still be overflowing. Yeah, I'm not consuming everything. Which means I could reroute the iron ore to the furnace line. Get a bit more production out of this. Alternatively, just keep scaling! This is 12 machines currently. 12 machines, 6 per second. Apparently. Again, I think this is just wrong. Maybe. Or maybe not. 100 hot air per second, huh? Right, that I'm sure put a big strain on this guy. Yet it's still going. It produces 200 per second, apparently. Hello, tech. Yeah, sure. 200 per second at max. So if I have these taking 100 and I have 8 of these doing 20, that's 120. 133.3. 135. And this doesn't use hot air. So I'm still fine on that front. More jaw crushers? Question mark? More jaw crushers, probably the answer now. So as should be pretty clear, I will be focusing probably the next few days of strains of Pyanodons on improving my production of stuff. Because at this point in time, things like this should be unacceptable. I should be fully carpeting all of the resource nodes and building to process all of it at once. Now, if I'm backed up, then great. I will be buffering things, and if the buffers fill out, then I'll figure something out to do to consume some of that production. Partly because well, one thing that I can do right now, because I have circuit ones, is I can actually start automating a number of machines. Like these jaw crushers. I could be automating the production of these jaw crushers because I am making all of these things right now. I could automate advanced foundries and automated factories and wood processing units. In fact, I can automate just about every single one of these machines right now. The issue is these take an immense amount of materials. So even if I did set up a quote a mall area or a mini mall area or boutique area that has all of these machines being produced, they need so many resources that it would take forever to feed any one machine. Which is highly problematic because if it takes 15 minutes for any individual machine to be produced, what's the point? I need a concentration of materials that can feed these things, which is what I am currently taking care of. So I have a gap of 1 in between all of these, so gap of 1, gap of 1. Fortunately, there's lots of space to scale outwards here. This would be 8 fast inserters minimum. Whoops, wrong way. Oh boy, the whole electric pole thing that I mentioned a while ago that I needed more of. Now, are you consuming all? You are. So I need to actually make some mining drills. Give me those. Should be automating these as well. Thank you for those. Oh, really? That would explain things. That would explain a lot of things. But yay, splitters! Beautiful splitters. Now, I don't really want to be handcrafting the circuit boards for these buildings, but I will if I have to. Let's get the lights going. And by lights, I mean energy. Okay, now if it wasn't backing up before, it should definitely be backing up now. And is this officially not backing up? This is officially not backing up. It is consuming the entire throughput of this line I have running. So that means in order to expand more jaw crushers, I will have to bring in a second line of ore. And as we can see, there's not enough belt throughput to... Oh, I think I just saw it hiccup slightly. There's not enough belt throughput to double this and be able to go out all on one belt out. Fortunately, I have a single space gap, which means that I can reroute partway down. Wherever I need to reroute, I can reroute. I can't split, but I can reroute. So that's pretty nice. And this is backing up, pretty sure. Or it's in some sort of equilibrium. Because this many needs apparently 6 per second. And let's see, how much am I making out of 12 of these? 9. So if this was correct both ways, before I added that set, I was at equilibrium. But I think something's a little bit off. Alright, so to get up to 9, need 18. That's 6 more. I do not need these belts out here. Adding 6 more, is that feasible? Well, adding 4 more is fine. But then I get fouled up there. If I move things, I think it would be better to move things over here. That would be a little bit easier, I think, if I move things over there. That's just gonna take all the ore that I have sitting around. Okay, well, this is moving, which is great. I still don't like the trickle out here. Though this is backing up, which is good to see. Anyway, let's get the foundry going. Oh, I apparently need to grab some stone. Just regular old stone. Is it actually backed up anywhere? Or am I actually using all of my stone? I'm using all of my stone in this. Interesting. Oh, I guess I don't really need these stone furnaces. At least not as many. So I will cut these in half. I have to keep these. So keeping those around is fine. Give me these. How's power? Looking fine. Then rerouting on this part. This is gonna be tricky. But I guess it only really needs to go here. Now I'll figure out, because I just need coal there. I need the coal there. I don't necessarily need coal here. In fact, I'll just completely dismantle. Dismantle the copper. I don't see myself doing anything with the copper ore here. Or iron ore ever again through this process. Oh, how much space can be saved. Now also, I have a hot air pipe that needs to be adjusted, shall we say. Oh, thingy. Hello. That was not intended. Alright, so that's hot air back. Now, tar... Tar... Okay, so how difficult would it be to run it... like here? The answer is not very. Not very hard is the correct response there. So, boom, boom. 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 Now this is where it will get ever so slightly tricky. Oh, dang. Okay. I will need to rethink this. So, clearly, should not bring this acetylene down there. Let me instead bring this closer to where I am doing things and do this on this side. There we go. That gets that moving again. Could even expand it a little bit, but anyway. Do that. Just get the necessary rotations in. I can now do the necessary routing. Oh, you don't have power. Let's fix that. Hello, tech. Grab some more insettas. Make sure I do my proper belting. And piping. And belting. And that, as they say, is that. And that, theoretically, is everything sorted out. I am pushing out as much as I can. A whole 9 per second iron plates. Taking up 60%, but apparently 60%, but I do think that might be a little bit off. Think that might be a little bit off. Nah, that's got plenty of space. That I think is I can believe that as 60. Importantly, this should be at an equilibrium. So there shouldn't be any backups whatsoever. And that is one whole yellow belt taken care of and processed. One whole yellow belt. Isn't that glorious? I can also save on splitters. Okay, that is, as they say, that. Next... Oh, I'm apparently maxed on the combustion turbines, and then anything else is steam engines? I don't know. There's something weird on how those operate. Oh, that's... Is that just not... Oh, it's because I shoved a bunch in. It's not consuming right now. Yeah, all of that for 60% of a yellow belt. Of iron plates. Geez, I can only imagine if I wanted to fully saturate more than one yellow belt of iron plates. Hey, buffering. I like seeing buffering. Let's get this copper sorted out. And also, I need to be thinking about the requirements of crystal mines. Which, oh look, it's circuit boards and copper. Lots of copper. So I need to get copper going. Most definitely. Now I do have a few mining drills. A yellow belt is in 0.17 or 0.17 version of the game at the moment. This very point in time, it takes 30 standard mining drills, standard electric mining drills from vanilla base game, which is what I've got here. 30 saturates a yellow belt. Yellow belts move at 15 per second. Oh, that would explain. That would explain a lot. Okay, so how many do I got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Six, 7, 8, 9, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Why did I orient this way? Why did I orient this way? I don't know. So that's 20. No. That's 22. For And that is 30. Now, the reason why I have this set up over here is that as things on the end mine out here, I can add to this line to make up for that. Okay. So that will now feed in a full copper. A full copper. Moving right along. I would have to run a lot of belt if I wanted to bring in more copper. Even more belt if I wanted to bring in more iron. Actually do another iron line. So now to start making... What do I want to start next? Probably proper titanium. Let's do proper titanium next, I suppose. That sounds like a plan of action. So here's the titanium. Proper titanium will involve setting up even more foundries. Did I not? Oh, I did not. I did not. I did not. Not really seeing the point anymore to this. This is space that I can use for other things. What even is this? Oh. It's the Coke. It be Coke. Yeah, that should work. Don't think I need the Coke to feed into this. But it is more efficient. So I guess I'll keep it for now. Now there was something... somewhere... Right, there's robots, and robots will need belts, and belts need rubber. Right? Yes, belts need rubber. So I think I actually want to, like, automate robot production. Oddly enough, of all the things I think I want to do, automating robot production sounds like a really good idea right now. And since I have to make rubber anyway... Yeah, that sounds like a wonderful idea. I need to grab... Beautiful buffer of that. Beautiful buffer of that. Should not be buffering, really, on... Oh, I am. Hello. Yeah, that's beautiful things. Incredibly beautiful things. Oh, I can build the oil derricks. And pump jacks. Glorious things. But first, foundries. That's a good oil patch, I think, of crude. So, I decided that I would bring in a lot more copper ore. That also means that I need to sort of, you know, consume that copper ore. Well, that's all those circuits. So I'm going to expand this out to the logical conclusion. Oh, right, that stuff's already there. Right, I'm also dealing with the acetylene thingy. Okay, that's 4 additional machines on the copper, which should help. Copper is a pretty inefficient process right now, and that leaves me with 7 of those. Okay. Hello? Completely backed up stuff. I am making this here? Why? Okay, it might just be time for me to... reorganize. So the Durlumin comes from 2 recipes total, and you definitely want to work towards this second recipe. Crafted in casting units. It requires sand castings. That's fine to get to. Molten aluminium and molten copper. I don't think I can make molten copper just yet. And I can make molten aluminium. Which is made from powdered and borax. So that's a whole reason why you want to have borax mining, is because borax outside of being used for the green science that I will be needing to make, it is used for the next phase, shall we say, of smelting, refining and smelting. Right now, it's foundries that I'm using. Eventually, you don't want to be doing foundries. You want to be doing actual induction furnace based casting and using melted metal and going out of the way to use that. I should definitely have enough aluminium production. 2 per second. Oh. Oh. I definitely do not have enough production of the aluminium for that. So, the logical conclusion is expansion. Now, I shouldn't be connecting the hot air on this side. This is the wrong side for the hot air, and I don't have the correct spacing. That is annoying as all hell. Oh my god. Okay. I need to fix this. This will need to be fixed, and it will have to involve destroying and moving things around a bit. So the reality is, I should be having here, that should be a machine. Actually, right there, that's the spacing. So all of this needs to die, sadly. It must die, and then out. Hello, tech. Okie doke. This will be interesting. Where's the source pipe? The source pipe is this. So this is the source. Really wish that wasn't the source. Okay, yeah, I really wish that wasn't the source. Lots of things I can do, and it's 12 34, so it's time for me to, a little bit past time for me to take my snack break. During that break, I will consider the various moving around and rearranging that I want to do over here. This has definitely been one of those, like, fix things, reorganize things, and scale things streams. I really don't think I'm going to be making much progress towards the green science at all in this stream, but we'll see what happens in the second part. I will be back soon with my snack and all that, and I will see you on the VOD right afterwards. Okay, we are back from the break. I was just oogling and ogling over this stuff called stainless steel coming up in during green science, and requires this stuff called aramid and sand castings and molten stainless steel. Molten stainless steel is copper plates, sulfur, niobium plates, ferrochromium alloy, phosphate rocks, nickel plates, and molten steel. Molten steel is molten iron, coke, and oxygen, and molten iron. We could already make molten iron, but you get another recipe for it using unslimed iron and all that other stuff down the line. So I was just ogling over. That's a lot of inputs. Yeah, that's a lot of inputs. But what I was actually looking at was, hello, tiles. Like, seriously, hello, 180% walking speed. I think I want that. I really want that. Really, really, really want that. Yeah, this just has to die. It must die. A terrible, horrible, horrifying death. Boink, boink, boink. And that is that moving again, right? Yes. Yes, no, maybe. I mean, they're not out of it, but this isn't exactly filling either. That's pretty low pressure. Might be nearing the point of needing more. Uh, 12 inserters are required. I would prefer the fastest of fast inserters. Apparently I'm not carrying around enough wood to handcraft circuits, but why would I need to handcraft circuits when I'm making plenty? And I'm only limited by the amount of duralumin that I have. Oh, you're actually properly hooked up already. Good. And power. Let there be power. Theoretically, this will eat all of my ore. You know, theoretically. Also, maybe it needs more than one inserter. We shall see. Yeah, this is gonna just chew through all of that ore just fine. I should actually, now that I'm truly thinking about it, probably do the switch over if I can, but it will require borax. So I was going to clean things up a bit over here. I have 6 of these going, giving me 1.2 per second. This uses up to 2 per second to produce half per second on the duralumin. Well, that's fine and dandy. Let's increase the aluminium. Actually, no, I was thinking I would expand on the glass. No, I will expand on into borax. Borax! It is time for borax, and I will need all of the crystal mines. All of the crystal mines for the borax. Where is my... Bring me my iron. All of my iron. Oh, you shouldn't be making those. A bunch on the bottom were trying to craft circuit boards, which I do not want. Oh, and a bunch of these are apparently making small parts that I also shouldn't be making. Here, let's close all that out. Grab more small parts. Alright, that should be... That should be a somewhat sufficient amount for now. Now, am I going to mine this? Clearly not. Do I have, like, a... something closer, please? I don't think so. Which is highly unfortunate. Nothing along my bus either, which is even more unfortunate. Oh, hey, you're empty. Which reminds me, I do occasionally need rocks. Stones. And the like. Yeah, that should be fine. It should be fine. No need to worry. Yeah, these are making circuits, but meh. Really, I am making that much coal gas. Alrighty then. I guess if I'm making that much coal gas, I'll go with it. Oh yeah, I was gonna do proper titanium and lead, but I've been distracted by other things. Okay, before I go running all the way out up here, yeah, I would run over here, because this is zinc and niobium. Oh, there's more lead up there. There's some aluminium. Where is... nickel? Way down there. Oh, and there's a rock. There is a nickel rock. Yeah, I think here. But I'm going to want to pick up... Oh, really? Oh, really? You need even more pressurized air. 75 per second, huh? Well, now you're getting 80. So you should be fine on pressurized air. Maybe get a little itty bitty bit more into the stone system, but meh. So I'm at roughly capacity on that. I will need power poles. Maybe tell this to make a couple more lines, or squares out of that. Just in case. Also, I'm holding on to all of this glass, and yet this won't ever, like, Shift-C into the machine to actually, you know, start using it. So I can really make all of this red science. Been holding on to that glass forever. How many? 15 crystal mines? I suppose that'll be somewhat sufficient. I'm assuming this is crystal mines to mine the borax. Oh, and then one more thing. One more thing! I need to... store those. Maybe keep a stack of those. be plop down a crap chest. Clean out some of this stuff. Hello, tech. Yeah, sort of running out. I'm gonna grab as many of those as I apparently have, let alone how many I can carry. It's as many as I have. Oh, that was quick. Like seeing the backup on the copper here. Now to go on my extraordinary expedition out into the lands yonder. Heavy armor. Oh, I guess I don't need to carry around this lead either. Carrying around a frickin' couple stacks of lead. My goodness, zooming all the way out just tanks the frame rate for some reason right now. And I don't know why. For reference, my PC is really good. Like, incredibly good. I have a GTX 1080 Ti graphics card and Intel i7 5960X processor, which is that one that's 8 core 16 thread, I think. And then 32 gigabytes of memory, RAM. So I shouldn't be lacking on system resources, to say the least. Oh, and the game is on an SSD. So there is that too. That is the borax I want in my life. Here I am running out from the copper, and I'm not taking belts with me. That is a shame. Shame on me for not pulling over the power immediately, making me have to run back halfway. Oh god, that speed. That's so much faster when it actually has the glass, doesn't it? Isn't it? No. There. Heading on up to this borax. I know that this distance is likely more suited towards a train, but can't make them unless I have borax. And I'm not going to pull up my entire copper refining or copper plate production just so that I can get a minimal amount of borax. I'll need to do this same process with quartz. Is that all the rocks from this? I guess so. There's something written there that I don't like seeing. Requires 5 syngas per mining operation. Oh, joy! Oh, bliss! It requires syngas too. Oh boy, this is gonna be interesting. I apparently have 7 more of these. Alright, well, how much per second will 8 of these produce? Really? What the hell? Is that accurate? 6 per second on a single machine? Well then, I need to rethink this, because if that is the case, it may be worth setting up over here. The problem is these machines are so, shall we say, huge. They're so huge. But if they mine that quickly, that means they're just gonna run out faster, right? So, either way, I think I want to set up here. And I am only taking a single belt with me. Man, this is gonna not be great, because I have to basically run syngas out here now. That is syngas required. Syngas is also required for the chromium ore. So I could grab that as well. Where do I want to actually run the borax? Do you see my mistake that I have inherently made in this? I see a mistake that I have inherently made. So, you see how the bus lanes are parallel to the outputs of my foundries. If I was genuinely considering scale and being able to expand my foundries or convert to other processes, I should not have it parallel, I should have it perpendicular to the main bus. It should be perpendicular. This whole setup should have been arranged to go like this way somewhere else, I guess, over here, and then feed into the bus. Because I'm inherently limited by space by doing this way. Boy. Yeah. So, syngas. And I have to think about how I'm routing this. Well, it's gonna go down for now. Down, down we go. Now, that's salt and copper ore? I'll set up my borax up here, which means I have a choice. I can either keep going straight down and then over, or I can just go over and down. I think I'll go over and then down and over. No real rhyme or reason. I just feel like it. Gives me a chance to look at all of the glorious salt and copper. Big copper monolith with... Is that 3,732,525? That is a machine. Copper mine. I'm afraid a little bit. Copper mine. Copper ore processing 3. Yeah, I sort of figured it would be a lot of things. Super steel. Intelligent unit. Hyperelastic material. Control units. Super alloys. Nexolite plates. Automated factory electric mining drill and copper plates. So I can make 3 of these. Probably the plates, Nexolite. That's gonna take a while. And then salt mines. I can make right now. Tell me. Wonderful game. What do I use salt to make. I may not be able to make it out of saline water yet, but I could mine salt directly. It is apparently an ingredient to add to... Oh, the Ulrich Corral. I apparently can't use it yet. I don't have any recipe that lets me use salt. Copper solution will require salt. Rubber, on its more advanced recipe, will require salt. I can make saline water from salt. That'll be interesting. Sodium sulfate, bisulfate. Ammonium chloride. Some drilling fluid, ceramic. Okay, various different sulfur. That's probably what it's going to be most used for, is this sulfur recipe. And niobium plates from niobium oxide and salt. That will probably be another big one. Alright, enough of that. Enough of that fiddling around, figuring out what the hell you use things for. There is an apt name for this item searching mod. What is it really used for? It's the name of the mod and an apt description of Pyanodons in general, actually. What is it really used for? Mod. Set of mods. Well, I think I have enough belt to make it down to where I want to go. In all likelihood, I do not have enough stuff stored underground, stored to send syngas all the way up there immediately. Alright, so where am I going to run this? Borax. So borax made in a washer. In a washer, just add water. And it's 10 units for 7 seconds. So, washers. Huh? Washers. Needs stone bricks. Just add stone brick. And you can have all of the washers in the world. Well, I guess this will officially be like the next thing added. And just like before, this will require... Oh, and I guess I will eventually need sand castings, which is made out of purified sand, so I'll need washers for that as well. Oh, this also makes the saline water out of stones. Right, so I already have one. Oh, and this has tailings out. So, or not. Well, yeah, tailings out, I'm pretty sure. It's probably better to have a gap. Why? Why you do this? Why you do this? Yeah, I know why you do this. It's because this is an even number. Yes, this is 6 by 6, not an odd number, so you can't... the inputs and outputs are not centered. Ugh. Oh, and then... one other problem. I'm off a tile! Borax. Yeah, so it's gonna take a lot of these just to consume the outputs of one of those machines. If this is true, I really don't think that this is true. But anyway, the hard part here is... no, this isn't hard. What am I thinking? You go doink, 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 and then ba 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 ba. Ta-da! Oh, and ta-da! That's how that connects. Sure. Sure, I'll take that. Oh, sounds like folks just arrived back home. Still got half an hour on the stream, though. Now, I need piped ground, and pipe, and all that beautiful stuff. Where am I making... right there. Hello. All the things. Make more for me, because I'm going to need more. In fact, I'm going to take that, and I'm going to take this and make more. Because this is going to take a while. Now let's go grab a syngas. Syngas is required for this. I need to somehow route syngas. Looks like I need to actually bring my syngas over. There it is. Now, This could be problematic. In fact, I know this is going to be problematic because I am currently burning syngas for power. Oh, that's fortunate. Thank goodness you can fit over that. Oh, that's not gonna happen. Like, that's not gonna work. Up I go. I suppose I'll run this somewhat parallel with my line. Let's not forget I have to actually attach this borax, raw borax as well. And all the while I have to take this syngas with me. And basically just pray I have enough undergrounds to get all the way over to where I need it to get to. Oddly enough, this is necessary for green science, so I can at the very least make the argument that I'm doing it for green science. I'm doing it for green science. I'm doing it for many other things, but I am also doing it for green science. So that is that attached. Now, as I said, I can route this just in line with the belt, so I will do that. Up I go. Back again. Back again, and if I had actually done requisite planning and spacing of my stuff and not been like, oh, I'll just cover over this borax because I'm not going to need it for a little while, I would have just used the borax in my base for now, but eventually I would have had to go do this little outpost anyway, so I'm noticing I have a lot of outposts, actually. There's a lot of these things. I'll have one pretty much for every type of thing that you can mine. At least one for every type of thing that can be mined. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure that the little rocks, like the copper rocks and such that I see down here, and various reserve items, they're supposed to, like, theoretically be similar to infinite ore, except they're not infinite. That's the other thing is, see, they're not infinite in actuality. You are, like, getting syngas, right? Yeah. there is a limit to them, but there's so much that they may as well be, I guess. And I'm also gonna imagine that the further out you go from center, the richness multiplier is probably pretty insane on those little rocks, and there might be ones that have several 100 million of that particular ore type on them. So how many units of syngas does it say I need versus how many do I actually need? So it says 5 per mining operation. Hey, guess what? I can turn on the lights. Okay, so each cycle produces 3 units of raw borax. Each cycle is apparently a half of a second. So it is theoretically 6 items per second. So that much is true. But I don't have the syngas to operate it at full. And it's sort of sharing right now with power generation. So that's the very next thing, is to vastly increase the amount of syngas production. Because I'm going to need syngas to remain backed up. That is something that will need to be backed up for a very long time. Man, I'm wishing I had some power armor with about 10, 15, 20 exosuits inside of it right about now. But hey, then what would be the point of the car and the locomotives? Yeah, that's 5 million units of chromium right there. Gee, I wonder what you need for a chromium mine. What do you need for a... Oops, I went and I closed it. Chromium mine. You need, clearly, chromium for a chromium mine. Gee, I never would have thought that I would need chromium for a chromium mine. And then a whole bunch of other things that are also required for the copper mines. So I am not actually concerned in the slightest, I think. Because it looks like the Nextlit plate, the super alloy, control units, hyperelastic material, intelligence units, aramid, and super steel are all sort of just required for these various mines. So I will probably be making all of that anyway. So that's not scary in the slightest, because they're just used by many things. Do I hook this up? Do I, like, finish this? Or do I face the immediate issue of not enough syngas. I think I have to face the immediate issue of not enough syngas first, because it's going to take a while for that raw borax to get all the way down here. So, syngas gets produced. Let's be on my walkway. Grab some of that. Grab some of that. Some of that. Some of that. Some of those. Some of that. Some of that. Those. Those. That. I think that's okay. Alright, syngas, right over here. Out of coal gas, it looks like... Ha 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 ha. Too much tailings. Aw, didn't I have a combustion machine sitting around stored? Here, let's burn everything. Make sure that that just keeps burning. And this way... Oh, wow. Water. Oh, wait, this is... What am I saying? Oh, wow, water. This is a closed water system. Actually. Yes, this is closed. This is technically not closed because I am sort of shifting water elsewhere for consumption as well. I'm passing through it. Yeah, and then this is not getting enough syngas. This is producing too much on the tar to do anything decent with. This is producing more aromatics than can be processed by a single powerhouse. Let's actually get a big tank. A real tank. That's gonna be doing that. Get a cooling tower for this one. Oh, I need some pipes. That's slightly unfortunate. Oh, and then I don't have the fuel down here either. Oh boy. Crap. Yeah, figures. Okay, that's that. It can, get fed. Yeah, you can see that as the syngas turns off, my production capacity decreases, but I'm not maxing out the, actual steam engines just yet. Now, I do need to kickstart this a little bit by doing that, and once I do, it shouldn't really need any more. Alright, there we go. That's combustion mixture. I will actually move... I shouldn't have done that. I will move these by putting them... orienting them out here. Nope, that's just a little off. There we go. So this is a big frickin' tank. This is big. Yeah, this be big. This be a massive tank. Ugh. And I didn't even orient it properly. I need you. There. Why? Because that's where the connection is. Ugh. Meow. Kitty meowing. Alright, are you moving? You are moving. You are moving. You are moving. I have two of you. You use 66.67, you produce 50. Cool. That should be fine. Absolutely fine and dandy and glorious. And this makes sure that the tar is at least... Seriously? Seriously? Alright. You need 75. You are producing not 75, so... A-ba-bam. Tar processing unit. Let's get some of that going. Ba-bum, ba-bum. 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 Bum-bum-ba-dum. I am officially out of, tech to do for now. Give me pipes. Pipe, 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 pipe. Pipe, 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 pipe. Alright, 3 of them should be producing enough creosote for this. And remember, I am also consuming creosote. Da 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 somewhere. Yeah, creosote right there. Let me see how much creosote. How much? Up to 75 per second. If it wasn't all, you know, backed the hell up. Interesting. So the bottleneck is this based off of this here. But I have enough melamine to do another, so... Just gotta... do it right. It probably needs more than 2 machines. And I'm probably over... consuming. So it needs 2 per second on that. To get to 2 per second on that. Oh, apparently it was at 1 to 1. Odd. Okay, well now it'll at least back up. That's consuming 8 per second on the melamine though, which means... oh boy. Apparently that has been the, limiting factor. The whole time. Alright, enough of, all of that. So, yeah, I've got plenty of... space on the creosote front to, kill off some tar. Now, this is officially limited by coal gas, which is what I'd rather it be limited by. Would much rather it be limited by coal gas. Now, of course, the issue here being I can't overproduce. I need to be careful of overproduction off of these destructive distillation columns. Also have to make a little bit of space. However, it's just about that time. I think I'm just going to call it here and say, with that, what has happened today? I've added to power a bit. I started buffering materials. I expanded my efficiency of and production of iron plates and increased the amount of copper plates being produced, although it looks like, yeah, I am using now all of this fresh full line of copper coming in because I expanded my copper line. I started processing more aluminium and moved that over, expanded the mining on that. I've added a little bit of the beginnings of the raw borax processing, where I have gone all the way out here and put down some borax mines and ran pipe of syngas all the way to it as well. So that's pretty much it, actually, and I've started making a whole bunch of like buildings, and I've got circuits out here that are accumulating and giving me my automated splitters. With that, I would like to thank you all for watching. I will be back with more of the Pyanodon's playthrough next week. However, I will note that while I usually play this playthrough on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I am considering changes in the streaming schedule. I don't know if they will take effect next week or not, but I have been contemplating some changes. Those changes would involve shifting the start and end time of the stream back by 1 hour without a, quote, lunch break in the middle. And having Pyanodons on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, rather than on Tuesday, Thursday. That would be part of the changes, and then also, quite possibly, I might do Sunday streams, also 10 to 1 in the afternoon, because that is, I think, the best time that I can stream on a weekend is Sundays about 10 to 2. Or, no, not 2, 10 to 1. So 10 to 1 Eastern Time is what I'm considering moving to in general, and then also being able to stream on Sundays. I do not think I would stream Factorio on Sundays. I would choose something else. It would be casual Sundays, just playing whatever I want on those days. But anyway, with that, again, thank you all for watching. If you have been enjoying the playthrough, be sure to come and follow on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube, do all the glorious things, and I will see you all on the next one.